Welcome back to FF7.
Welcome back, welcome back.
I know you all missed us. You're all just eager and awaiting our next video, so here it is.
We're saving the game.
Maybe.
That's how much story there is. They're like, we should probably save and save the rest for later. Because it gets more crazy from here.
Do you go in every character's backstory?
Yeah.
Good.
Everybody goes to their own town.
Yeah, see,
they have their own little event. That's what makes this game great.
Yeah.
You think you did that in 12 or 13? No. 13 because there's no fucking towns. And 12 because the characters were just fucking cardboard. They only made that because they knew people played RPGs just to farm and level up their character.
Yeah. And that's why Final Fantasy has to get away from the cookie cutter or what everybody wants to do and branch out and say, okay, what worked in previous games, and we need to incorporate and make it fun in new, interesting ways. You know what I mean? When they first decided, you know what, we're going to do a traditional turn-based game, but we're going to add this new sphere grid thing to it and appeal to the people trying to, give them incentive to farm and stuff. Hell, how well do you think that worked for you guys? Really fucking well. That's how you do it. You take a game that you already know is good, take all the stuff that's good about it, the character development, story, plot, even the battling system, and then you just tweak it and add it to make it different in its own way and make it better.
Instead of whatever the hell they're doing now.
Yeah, with these turn-based cutscenes and just playing as one character. In I know you people are excited for Final Fantasy 13-3 Lightning Returns, but you people realize that unlike any other Final Fantasy game, you play as one character, which is Lightning, the entire game. No party members, no help. It is you mashing the buttons, defeating monsters.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
And some people like Jimmy Jackson and Sean Pannell are gonna like this game. I'm telling you what, guys, you're fucking wrong. You are.
I know some people like it for simplicity. It's linear plot line. You don't have to really go out there and explore. And you guys think, well, the graphics look good. Well, no shit, the graphics look good. I mean, Square Enix is kind of on ahead of the time when it comes to graphics. I mean, look at Final Fantasy VII. This was a landmark, beautiful scenery. This game was so amazingly graphic. It has so many good graphics and so much oomph to it. They couldn't even put it on the system it was designed for. This was supposed to... Can you imagine playing this on Super Nintendo? This wouldn't have worked on Super Nintendo. That would have worked.
Even Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64 couldn't have done this. No way. In fact, even when they did have to put it to PlayStation, they had to put it on multiple discs. You see what I mean?
Just to get it all on.
That's what we want. We want you guys to really work on your stuff. And putting just this no-nonsensical linear pathway into the new Final Fantasy games is just wrong. It's just sad.
And I don't know if I've ever shared this story, people, but speaking of linear lines, there are some people in the world who are so fucking stupid that even a linear game as easy as Final Fantasy 13, they need a big giant ass guide for it. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand.
Oh Lord.
And that's terrible.
Yeah.
You don't need a guide for that game. There's no free roaming. There's no.
You know what you need guides for? The classic good games like Zelda and stuff like that, where you didn't know where the hell you were doing.
Damn guide. 13 doesn't give you a choice. There's like, you're going here. This is
the only time I ever even needed a guide for 13 was to look up online. Didn't have to buy a guide, just had to look up online what fancy little dance you had to do to make the Aeons, or whatever they're fucking called in Final Fantasy 13, like you.
It's lame.
Very lame. Do you remember that? It's one of those things where you get to this boss battle and you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to fight and change classes and do all the cool things that Final Fantasy 13... No, dude, we don't even want you to fight us, we just want you to please us. We want you to sexually arouse us.
5 fucking tries minimum to try and get a summon, and that's just not cool.
And it's not like you can even just ignore the summon. Like, nah, I don't want that summon. No, you have to get it. You cannot proceed through the story, or even like go back later and be like, nah, I don't want to do this right now, let's go on more with the story, I'll come back and get the summon later. Nuh-uh. That's permanent. You have to get that. Now, granted, once you get it, you got it. You don't have to do it again. Yeah, that's for each character.
And this game right here, there is like over 10 or 12 summons.
Mm.
And that game, we can only have one. One person can only use that one.
Yeah.
And if you aren't the character that's playing it, no one else, no non-playable character in your party is going to use their summon. They're not smart enough to pick that. They just, it's fucking stupid.
You could be on one last little, your allies could be on one little slither of hope left, and they'll just, they won't even activate it.
Nope.
And what's really dumb about Final Fantasy 13 is if the player you were playing as died, you lost.
You lost.
You just lost the game.
It wasn't like 12 where if you died, you picked a new party member and you could keep going on. In fact, if your whole party of 3 died, you could bring in your backup party of 3.
Yeah.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
13 was stupid. It's like, oh fuck, Lightning's dead. God damn it, I gotta start again.
Yeah. Just because you don't concentrate on leveling up one character, which you can't really do because you can't farm in the game. That's something they were like,
Oh,
okay,
you can. It's just annoying because you gotta like turn off the game.
Yeah. No, and you
My town is on fire!
You shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to, in order to get farther in the game, turn off your system and reboot it.
No.
You shouldn't have to do that. And that's technically cheating. They call that cheating. They say that's you shouldn't be doing that.
I should be.
Yeah.
I had to farm. Well, there are some
areas.
areas where it's a big enough area you go from screen to screen and then come back. Because there are a couple times where I did have to farm.
Yeah. And they say like 40 plus hours in the game you can start like going wherever you want to farming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but hey man.
Because by then you have all your characters, you can choose who's in your party and actually do some farming, actual farming, but because they just wanted you to just enjoy the story. Well, the problem was I couldn't make heads or tails out of the story. Really, not really.
It is a stupid story. It was just terrible. Terrible villain, terrible everything.
It was just not good.
Oh god, here you'll see a shot of just pure badassery as he's massacring my town. Look at that badass. In the flames, in the fire.
This is like an anime scene, like dubbed up to CGI animation.
It's really cool. I don't give a fuck, I'm just gonna walk through this fire, I don't care. Nothing hurts me.
Yeah, try doing that in real life, people.
I will.
Not gonna work.
We'll put it on video. Going back up to the reactor. For God only knows what.
So that's something I never understood about these reactors. There's hundreds of them. They all do different things, and they're all made by different people?
It's by the same company. There's 8 main reactors around the world that sucks energy from the Earth. So they're slowly killing the planet. Hence why Brock Landis was all pro. Let's be fucking terrorists and kill innocent people just to...
Yeah, because I know the first, like when you first start the game, the only thing you're working on is trying to stop an eco-terrorist. That's kind of it. After that, as the game develops, you're still trying to do that, but you also got these other side plots, other main plots going on. You know what I mean? So
at this moment, if you would remember way back in one of the earlier episodes of this, my character passes out, and you see a short glimpse of this exact scene.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So now it'll make a little bit more sense to you. Sephiroth killed her daddy! No! You son of a bitch. You killed Beaver, you fuck.
And now all of a sudden he's like, "Yep, this is my mother. Here we go."
Yeah, that is a cowboy hat, ain't it?
That's what I kind of took it.
I don't know why I thought it was a fucking beret, like she was French. Cowboy hat makes, because I think she's wearing cowboy boots. No, my lady, my love, my queen.
Oh, see, that's not. Oh man.
Somehow she survived it.
No one can survive that. A slash to the sword and falling down
steps.
Well,
he wasn't completely evil then. He probably missed the fatal blow because she's a lady.
Well, the fatal blow, sure, but, you know, she's probably bleeding. Even if it wasn't a fatal blow, she's probably bleeding.
Barely made it.
And then she tumbles down a set of steps. She shouldn't even be breathing.
I'm barely breathing.
She should have some sort of giant concussion and...
Oh, I guarantee she's concussed. I'm gonna get that bastard. I'm gonna get you. Here we'll see some more beautiful scenes. What the hell?
Looks like an angel.
So pretty much, Sephiroth was in the Shinra mansion. They have their own mansion in town. And they have their own library, and Sephiroth found out about Genova, which is apparently this creature that came from space. And they believe it's an ancient, like what Aerith is. So that's why they have her just hanging out up here in this weird... Do they have to make her look so creepy?
Maybe.
No, they didn't. They did. More really nice cutscenes here. Those worthless creatures are stealing the planet from Mother. Now I'm here with you, Mommy. We'll rule the planet together. Why they put that little creepy statue thing in front of that? That was kind of pointless and a waste of money. Really.
It was a nice little design.
It was. I think it's because at first people thought that was the thing, and they're like, no, it's not. It's this weird thing that actually still had its head at the time. So the thing didn't die. They just, I don't know.
It still got the eyeball titties. Next time on EXPGamers, we're gonna do more shit here.